Hey guys, how's it going? I accidentally deleted the entire footage of the beginning of this video, so now I'm at work trying to edit it and refilming the intro. So I'm about to be in a whole different outfit and we'll actually be at home. Like I said, I'm at work. So today's video is a couple things. We're going to be hardening off my Coleus. I'm gonna give you guys an update in just a second on those and how they're doing. And then we're going to plant some plants today, and then also finally finish one more project, get something small checked off that should have been done forever ago. So it'll be a good day. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let's hop into it. Okay, we're in the grow room right now, and let me turn the camera around and show you guys. We're going to harden off the Coleus really quickly, at least start the process. I have been terrible at fertilizing these things. At least one tray. I fertilized the other tray, but I didn't fertilize this tray. For some reason, I just didn't. So 4 of them look rough, and the rest of them, which is 10 of them, look fabulous. So let me show you. So these are the Coleus. They're called Wasabi, and I have 2 of them here that are just going to be like fully branched out, and I have 2 of them here that these are supposed to be like a topiary style, which is totally fine because I want them to get taller anyways. I want them to be about this tall, and now I want them to start branching out, but they have started to really lose a lot of their leaves. What I do need to do is come in and like pinch up here once this reaches about here. So once this second set right here, actually I could do it now. Let's just do that. Sorry. So that's pinched. So what that's going to do is make it start branching. So I should get a ton of branching happening there, meaning that this will be, no branches will come out of this area here. And this will be basically a topiary, which I'm really excited about. And I have another one back there. So we're going to bring these outside to start getting hardened off so I can actually use them in the landscape. I think the topiary ones are actually just going to go in like a container. And then I have this tray right here, and these all look fabulous. So these also just need to get hardened off. So these are just going to sit on the front porch in the shade for a couple hours each day until they're more acclimated. These aren't going to go in the sun ever anyways, so they'll just need to be acclimated to the like temperatures outside and some of the UV rays. So that's why you want to harden off your plants. If I were to just plant them outside, they would just totally die. So these are going to get hardened off for probably about a week's time. Every day they'll come out here. Today they'll be out for maybe an hour or 2, and then tomorrow they'll be out for like 3 to 4 hours, and then so on until eventually they just live their lives outside. So with these sad looking guys hardening off, I'm just going to let them hang out here for a while. I mean, look at, they're obviously very ready to get put in the ground. The roots are growing like crazy at the bottoms of these. So I'm sure that they've used up all of the nutrients inside of the soil here, and that's why they're really looking sad. So this is my fault. These ones look good. And these are in smaller containers, but look at these roots. They're definitely ready to get out into the landscape. This is one of my like favorite Coleuses. It's Wasabi. It's a really, really pretty, vibrant green color. And these are all going to go over by the fountain. Also, I have 8, 9, 10. I have 10 in this tray, and then I have the 4 in this tray. And then these ones are already kind of started to branch, but these 2 I really wanted to turn into like really tall topiaries. So there'll be, nothing here, and then it'll be branched and very full here. And I'm going to keep them very maintained and very trimmed. That's the goal, at least. We'll see what happens. So now that we have those hardening off, let's get a new plant in the ground. It's not a new plant. It's technically an old plant. But look what I found. I found 2 more of the SunBelievable brown-eyed girl helianthus. It has 1,000 blooms in one growing season. I picked these up for $17 from Lowe's. It's not the cutest tag. I'm really excited about these. If you missed it, I've already kind of planted a few of them. I planted 3 of them, but I really wanted a few more. Full sun, fertilize once a month to keep the blooms coming. You can kind of cut them back if you see dead or spent blooms, and they get 4 feet tall, 4 feet wide at maturity, and 1,000 blooms in a growing season. Ignore this. A lot of people will notice that all of my plant tags have this warning on them. It's just because I'm in California, so there's a cancer warning on basically every single thing that comes into California. But I'm really excited to get a couple more of these. I have 3 of them up front, and I'm going to plant 2 more up front also. This is what the young blooms look like, and I'll show you guys one that has bigger blooms on it right now, just because it's a little further along. And when I had planted them, I planted ones that were in growing containers that were this size, and these ones are obviously much smaller containers. So let me show you guys where these 2 are going to go. So we have the one over on this side. We're at the very front of the property. I've got one by the Climbing Eden Rose, and I'm going to plant one more over here. I have some amaranth that are not doing the best. That one's alive. That one won't be alive for much longer. And there's nothing here. There was supposed to be another one here, but it's not. So I'm just going to plant this here, and that'll be perfect because that'll, you know, kind of even this out a little bit. So we'll have 2 on this side, and then let me show you what the blooms look like when they get a little more mature. Isn't that so cute? Isn't that awesome? And then this is a more like fresh, newer, younger bloom. So I'm thinking of planting the other one like right here. So this poppy will die back here pretty soon. Then there'll be just basically a hole here. So I'm gonna kind of like tuck it a little further in. I'm waiting for all the seed heads to form on this poppy. I love when it forms all of its seed heads. I love keeping them, and I use them in like flower arrangements. These seed heads are massive, and they get filled with poppies. You can see it's basically spent. It's done. I just need to wait now for it to fully die back. So I'll come in, cut some of these like lower leaves back, and I'm gonna kind of tuck it up right here. And then that way I have 3 of them on this side, and this will just be a hedge of sunflowers. And then I have some zinnias over there. This is gonna be so incredible. So 1,000 blooms here, 1,000 blooms there, 1,000 blooms there, coming over here, 1,000 blooms there, and 1,000 blooms there. We're gonna have 5,000 helianthus blooms. I call them sunflowers. They look like a sunflower. The leaves, the flowers look just like sunflowers, but technically they are a helianthus. You can see, look at all of the buds on this one. This is so exciting. Here's one that's spent. Soon this is just going to be nothing but buds. You can see how much growth this is put on, so it's really coming along. It's looking really happy. It's so beautiful. I'm really happy with it. Like I said, each one of these will get 1,000 in a growing season, so it's going to be just nothing but like sunflowers up here. I'm going for that yellow look up here this year, and I want it to look like sunflowers. So I've got plants that look like sunflowers up here. I've got the helianthus here, and then I wanted to show you guys the window box. Isn't that amazing? It looks so good. It's coming through the gate. So I did here, in each one of these, there's 2 of the pechoas. These are the caramel yellows. There's 1 in this middle one, and then there's 2 on the outer boxes. So there's a total of 5. And then I went in with Creeping Jenny and Diachondra Silver Falls. It is stunning. Look at how it shimmers. Isn't that so gorgeous? And the Creeping Jenny, I had a lot of people that were like, I don't know about that, Robbie, but it looks so good. You can tell that the middle container, the pechoas are bigger, so they look much fuller, and that's definitely because there's less plants. There's only 3 plants in this middle container, whereas this, there's 5 plants. So there's 2 Pachoas, and then there's 3 of the ground cover ones, where this only has 1 creeping Jenny. There's no Diachondra Silver Falls in it. I have 6 Pachoas. Oh my gosh, I have 2 Pachoas, 2 Pachoas, and 2 Pachoas, and you're gonna see me right there. So these are the only ones on the outside that have the Diachondra in them. Look at how big these have gotten. These were so tiny when I planted them. The creeping Jenny is looking really, really good too, and it's almost the same length. I just am really loving this. And then the yellow and these Pachoas are the caramel yellows, and they look like little sunflowers. So I'm really happy with this window box. It looks so gorgeous. And then my plan is to do lavender down here. I want to fill this entire thing with lavender. Down here, I have some oxalis. They're really pretty. They're definitely taking over. They probably shouldn't be here. This is a full sun area. They don't want full sun. You can see they're kind of closed right now. Usually when they're happy, they're open. You can see how they're closed. Normally they're open. So the leaves are out like this, but it's too hot. So they stay closed most of the day. These just kind of like ended up here. I had a container and a few of them fell out. They just fell out of the roots, and they've since started to take over this area, especially after the tulips were here. So I got to pull those. I also have right there and right there some hollyhocks, and I don't want to keep the hollyhocks there. I want to do I want to basically do like a miniature lavender field here. I think that that'll be really, really pretty. The camera overheated. It's too hot for the camera to be outside. It is the middle of the day, and usually I try to get out super early, or I come out at the very end of the day. So camera overheated in the sun, so I hope that the quality didn't go super downhill at the end of that. I had to go put the camera in the fridge. But I think while I was planting the sunflowers, Brent was in the back and he set up a camera and he's working on something. He's gonna make me jump up on the ladder. So let's go back there and go see what he's working on. So he's over there trying to get the finial all set up and ready for us, because we're gonna put the finial on top of the aviary today. So he's trying to engineer a way to get it so that it doesn't just fall off, because it's round and the top of this is square. So he's engineering something, I don't know what he's doing, to go on top of the aviary. And so it should just like get mounted up there, and then I screw it on top of it. He doesn't like heights, so I'm gonna go on the ladder and I'm gonna go ahead and climb up and screw it to the top of this. We'll see how that goes though. So let's go see what he's doing. Okay, so he cut a circle, and the circle goes inside of the top of the finial. Will you put it in there? Perfect. He's obviously thrilled to be on camera. We're going to put that on the top of the aviary now. It's gonna go at the very top, and I get to climb up there because Brent hates heights. So I'm gonna be climbing up on top, and we'll see how that goes. So the circle was cut, and the finial that I bought it at a like antique dealership thing, flea market, whatever it's called. And then come to find out it's not an antique. I even asked them specifically, I was like, is this an antique? And they're like, yeah, it's an antique. It's not. You can get it off of Wayfair. I'll put a link to it down below. One of you guys had found it. I will put a link to that exact finial down below. I still think it's really pretty. Just wish it was actually an antique. That looks so good. Oh my gosh, it feels so nice to have that done. I think that that has totally just brought the entire aviary together. Let me go to the other side and show you guys a different angle. It looks so good. I'm so happy with how that looks up there. that definitely just brought the whole thing together. It looks so magical now. It looked magical before. I've always loved it. But that finial on top, stunning. Chef's kiss. Really happy with how the entire aviary looks, and really happy with how the garden is totally coming together. Just one more thing to like just be that finishing touch in the garden, and it didn't take too long. I just think both of us were nervous to get up that high, because that's really high to be up with power tools and just like be up that high in general. So glad we got it done, glad we were safe and no casualties. It looks so good. I'm really happy with that. I'm gonna go inside now because it is hot. It's the middle of the day. It's in the 90s right now, and it's a little too toasty for me. So I hope that you guys enjoyed the video. Very easy day. The SunBelievables are gonna be so gorgeous up there. 5,000 blooms this growing season up there is going to be spectacular. And I love seeing that a lot of you guys are getting your hands on that plant also. It's gonna be so magical. You guys have to send me updates if you find it in your garden. I wanna see updates in your gardens. Yeah, it was a good day, easy day, and now we're gonna go inside in the air conditioning. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye guys.